Alright guys, Paul here. In this video we're going to be taking a detailed look at this ICW Insane Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Belt. This is a design that was originally made by the now defunct Leather Rebels, and the plates on this belt I don't actually know who made. It's been completed in a TV accurate style based on the belt they actually used on TV. For those that don't know, ICW is a Glasgow based promotion in Scotland and probably the UK's biggest promotion. They're owned by WWE now, I believe. And yeah, this belt has been held by the likes of Killian Dane, Damo, and like Drew Galloway, who is Drew McIntyre now, obviously. So it's a belt with a good lineage, a lot of history, and yeah, it was a pleasure to work on. So let's take a look. Okay, so right off the bat, the thing you'll notice is this is a 3-plate belt. And unusually for 3-plate belts, it's actually got taller side plates than they are wide. Normally on 3-plate belts you get those wide side plates similar to like the big gold. It obviously had the really wide side plates. So it's a little bit strange to see. It looks fine, it looks good, it's a nice belt design. It's kind of a classical looking belt design. We've obviously got the eagles on the center plate, and you can see wings coming out the side of it. Similar story on the side plate. So the detail on these are pretty good. So the etch depth is pretty similar to that of a old Figures Inc. 2mm replica. The plates on this though are about 3mm thick, as you can see there. So it's a decent looking belt. As you can see there, the ICW logo, Insane Championship Wrestling, up the top there. Similar story here, you can see on the side plates, the lettering you can still make out, Insane Championship Wrestling, Heavyweight Champion, and good amount of detail on the eagle and skull there. The other side plate is identical, just mirrored, the eagle's just mirrored there, as you can see. And on the center plate there's a decent amount of detail, and the plate has a pretty good curve there. So overall it is a pretty simplistic design. There isn't too much to it, but to be honest, it's a kind of classic looking belt. I like the globe, I like the use of the stars, I like the use of the eagle. It's a decent looking belt, to be quite honest with you. But we're mainly here to talk about the strap, and as you can probably tell, the center plate does have a really wide leather cut around it. This is again done to match the belt that was used on shows and on TV. And it has this interesting kind of camouflage style tooling going around the entirety of the strap. So this is different to the Midwest style camouflage tooling and the JMR style camouflage tooling. It's a different tool, and it continues the entirety of the length of the strap all the way around the plates, both sides of the strap. So coming up to, it's not really even a snap box, is it? It's just kind of an area of tooling. So we have this line here which kind of cuts the strap in half. That's probably the only part on this tooling that I don't particularly like. It's kind of out of nowhere. I would normally have this connected to the border and then continue around, more similar to like a Winged Eagle or a classic IC's tooling. But it is what it is. I wanted to follow the belt that was used on TV, so I think it came out really nicely. Of course we do have this floral design, which is the same one that is used on the WWE and NXT UK belt. If we look right in there, well, that's a little baby PMB logo. So that turned out pretty cool. You can see hopefully the logo in there if the light catches it nicely. Really nice design. And of course this is a 2x8 snap set here. The kind of filler tooling, as you can see there, it catches the light really nicely, I must say. It's a nice finish to the strap. You might be able to notice in the tip here is my signature. It's a little bit hidden. It's a lot more obvious in person, but I wanted to make it a little bit more subtle on this belt. So you can see it there. And like I mentioned, the camouflage tooling goes all the way around it. So it's kind of similar to an old NWA TV belt in that kind of leather style where its border tooling bordered the entirety of the strap. So normally I like separating middle of the strap tooling and then snap boxes and keeping them separate. But I must say, this continuing all the way, it's actually pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot more than I actually thought I would originally. Continuing around, of course, again, it's a 3-plate belt, so this is a little bit of a empty part of leather here, which looks, I mean, it looks cool. We have that same kind of floral snap box end tooling here. Of course, you can see again the mini PMB logo in there. That line comes down again to separate the parts of the strap. And of course, we have the snap box area here with the border tooling continuing again. Gold snaps, I should say. So yeah, 2x5 and 2x8 on the other side. Really nice looking belt. Yeah, I must say, I'm a fan of this. I like it a lot more than I expected to. The tooling, like I say, it's a style that I don't get to do often at all. It's even just continuing the border tooling around the entirety of the strap, but I actually really quite like it. Right, we'll take a quick look at the back of this, just protect the plates on the front, and we'll flip this over. So as you can see, nice bright red strap on the rear of the belt here. So we got this Ferrari red leather backing. You can see the back of all the bolts on the plates. Of course, the female snap's exposed so it can snap together. And the male side completely covered up there. You can still make out the snaps a little bit. Kind of the bump showing through a little bit, but yeah, really nice belt. I like this a lot, to be honest. The flexibility of the strap is pretty decent right off the bat. Finished this only a handful of days ago, so it looks decent, to be honest. So yeah, I know people like to kind of see how that's not bad. That's not bad for a brand new leather strap. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all there was to talk about this. I must say, it's a nice belt. I really quite like it. It was a pleasure to work on. The unique leather style was interesting and it was fun to do on this. So absolute pleasure to work on. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section down below. And yeah, let me know what you think of this belt. Right, that being said though, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate if you give the video a like, the thumbs up that's below there somewhere, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I've got more belt videos coming up soon, so stick around. Cheers.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP. And if you want to get one of the greatest belts made for you, go to Paulmartinbelts. That's right, sucker.